Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Get Crafty with Erica, where we get crafty with me, Erica. So today I am going to decorate a water bottle for my son. He has been asking me for months now to decorate a water bottle for him that will represent all of the sports that he plays. He plays soccer, he plays baseball, and he plays basketball. So I'm going to decorate a water bottle that represents all of the sports that he plays, and I think he'll be really happy with the water bottle. So let's go over the supplies that I'm going to use. I have my water bottle here. I purchased this water bottle from the Dollar Tree. I purchased it a while ago, back when before everything was $1.25. So I paid $1 for the water bottle. I'll use some Mod Podge on it, and also I have the foam brush to apply the Mod Podge. And then I'll also use my Cricut, which is right here. I'll use that to make the balls and the letters and things. And then I'll also be using my vinyl, all the vinyl that I have well, not all of this, but the vinyl that I have right here. So he wants the water bottle to have his name on it, as well as some representation of all the sports that he plays. So that's what we're going to work on today. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now I am on my MacBook in my Cricut app. And the first thing that I'm going to do is type in my son's name. His name is Grayson. And I am typing it in that way because that's how the letters are going to be laid out on his water bottle. So I have his name typed in, and I'm going to center the letters so that they look nice and neat. And then the next thing I'm going to do is pick my font that I want the letters in. And I decided to go with the American typewriter font. I really like how that one looks, and I think he'll like it as well. But I also decided to put the letters in bold. That way they're nice, thick block letters, which will be easy to see. And then next I'm going to size the lettering. I measured the water bottle and decided that the best sizing for the lettering would be 2.5 inches wide and 7 inches long. So that's what I'm doing there. And that's how it will look on the water bottle. So I'm pleased with that. And so what I'm going to do next is go over to the top right hand corner and click on that green button which says make it, and that's going to send it to my Cricut Maker. That's the mat, and that's how I should lay out the vinyl on the mat to send it to the Cricut Maker. So I'm going to click on continue, and right now it's trying to connect to my Cricut Maker. And it is connected, and so I have to select the base that I'm going to use, which is going to be premium vinyl. And then this screen will show up, and this screen is telling me to make sure that I have the correct blade in the Cricut Maker. So I've pulled out my standard grip mat, and I'm going to apply the vinyl to the mat. He decided that he wanted his name to be in blue, so I'm applying blue vinyl to the mat. And the mat has a sticky surface, so the vinyl will stick to the mat. But just to make sure that it's sticking well, I'm also going to use a brayer and just run that all over the vinyl just to make sure that it's sticking well. Now I have it over here at my Cricut. I have the Cricut Maker. So I'm going to insert the grip pad into the Maker. So you can see that the light is blinking. That means it's ready for me to enter it in so that we can print out his name. So you stick it on here, make sure it's in, and then you press the blinking light. And see it goes in. And you wait for the Cricut button to start blinking. You press that, and then it will start printing it out, or cutting it, I should say. So it's done printing. Let me see if I get close. You can't really tell. You can kind of, yeah, there you go. You can see the Y, the S-O-N. But now you, it stopped cutting. And so the light is blinking again. So you just press that. It spits your mat out. And I'm going to go back over to the table and take my letters off. Okay, so you need to peel the vinyl from the mat. And what they normally tell you to do is kind of turn the mat over and kind of peel the mat from your vinyl and not the vinyl from the mat. So it's going to do it that way. Okay. Put my mat to the side. And then I'll use my tool. Well, I'm going to cut this so that I'm not wasting this vinyl. I could definitely use the rest of this vinyl for later. So I'm going to cut the areas that I didn't use very neatly so that I can save this vinyl and use it for another project. Okay, so this is the section with his name on it that I need to pull off. So I'm going to use my Cricut tool and I'm going to peel the vinyl away from this backing. So the easiest way is to kind of pick a corner and kind of pull it away. So see, and then you just pull it down. And then I'll pull the extra pieces out. Grayson. Okay, so now I'm ready to transfer. So I have my transfer tape that I've cut to the size of this paper. So basically what you need to do is get these letters off of here onto this transfer tape and then use the transfer tape to put it on the tumbler, the water bottle. So let's do that. I'll take this transfer tape off. I'll use my little tool again. And so you just put it right over the letters. Make sure it's covering all of them. Okay, and then I'm going to use my scraper to make sure that the letters really get attached to the transfer tape so that it's easily transferred over to the water bottle. So just kind of go over every letter really good. Okay. So this is how it's going to look. I think the letters are spaced out pretty good. So that's the look. Goodness. That is the look that I am going for. That right there. Okay, so I've scraped very well. And I should be able to pull this transfer tape off and the letters will come up with the transfer tape. And then I just need to place it on the bottle. And then you use the scraper again to make sure that the letters are attached to the water bottle. Pull the transfer tape off and his name will be securely on this water bottle. There we go. We have Grayson's name on his water bottle. So I'm going to add some soccer balls and baseballs and basketballs to the bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next. But there you can see his name is on the bottle. All right, next step is to attach the balls and then we will be done. Okay, so I have my mat all ready to cut out the balls and bat that I'm going to put on the bottle. So each ball and the bat will be a different color. So to make it easy, I just put them all on one mat. So now the light is blinking, so it is ready to cut. All right, so I have all my vinyl cut for the balls. So my son plays soccer, basketball, and baseball. So I have each of those balls cut, as well as some bats. So I'm going to go ahead and take the vinyl off of the backing, and then use the transfer tape to transfer it onto the bottom. Let me do the soccer balls first. Here's the soccer ball, basketball, baseball, and here's the bat. So again, I made 3 of each of these, and I'm just going to randomly put them on the water bottle. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them all, but I have them just in case I do. So I'm going to finish separating these from the vinyl, and then I'll come back and show you me putting them on the bottle in the finished product. Okay, I have everything ready to go. So I'm just going to randomly place them on here. I'll start with soccer ball. And so I am going to use the same transfer tape that I used earlier for his name. If you try to keep it neat, you can reuse it. So let me cut it a little bit so it'll fit better. All right, so I will start with this soccer ball. Make sure you all can see. Transfer tape on. Using my scraper to make sure it adheres to the transfer tape. Okay. Get it off and just put it. I'm just putting them anywhere, just random. Put it right here. Use a scraper to get it on there really good. All right, soccer ball is on. You have all 4 of them on there, and I'm going to just take it, fill up the rest of the water bottle with the remaining items I have. All right, that's all I have room for. I have 1 soccer ball and 1 basketball left, but I think I filled the cup up pretty well. Let me make sure you all can. You have his name here, and then all the soccer, basketball, and baseball, and bat. So here we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is put a little Mod Podge on it to make sure that that these don't fall off. They're all pretty securely, but the Mod Podge will give it that extra security. So I will do that next. Okay, so now I'm about to put the Mod Podge on the water bottle. So I have my Mod Podge here, and this is a dishwasher safe gloss. So it's a sealer, glue, and finish. So Mod Podge. So I'm going to open it up, pour a little bit on got a little paper plate here so I can get it from there. Pour a little bit in my plate. So I'm gonna use my foam brush here and just spread it on the cup. Not too much, I'm just doing a light layer. All right. Mod Podge is on. It's a little foggy, like you can see it now, but it's gonna dry. And when it dries, it'll dry clear. So that is my water bottle. Well, it's not mine. Clearly my name is not on there, it's Grayson's. So this is Grayson's water bottle. And I also wanted to show you another water bottle that I did for myself. Here's another one. This water bottle I actually purchased from Walmart. I believe it was $1. So I put a little lady on there. And then on this other side, I have my name, which is Erica, of course. So I've been using this one for quite some time now. But yeah, I made this one too. The same process with my Cricut. And I put a little Mod Podge on the, over it when I was done. And this has been holding up very well. Like I haven't had any problems with the vinyl on here. Nothing has been lifting. I've washed it several times and it's still holding on very well. So I'm sure it's the Mod Podge that's keeping it sealed up very nicely. So guys, these are my 2 water bottles. And I'm sure Grayson will love his water bottle. I think it turned out really nice. I'm glad that I was able to do it and represent all his sports. So I know he'll really like that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you make a water bottle, please let me know. Send me pictures. Let me know how it went. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and hit that notification button so you'll know every time I post a video.